Hello, friends. Hello, it's your girl, Coach Tuka. Happy, what is today? What is today? My goodness, it's Wednesday. Y'all, I've been out here having a good time, okay? A whole day, enjoying the day with my children. Today is what we call Wonderful Wednesday. We spend the day on Wonderful Wednesday, uh, just discovering things that we wonder about. I'm gonna share a little bit with that with you today, okay? So the today I want to talk about the real reason why you keep procrastinating. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm off a little bit because it's a little late, but I won't be before you long. I'll be here briefly. So the first thing I want to say is if you've never been here before, if this is your first time being here, I want to welcome you to my little corner of these YouTube streets where I come every single day. The time used to be more consistent, but it is summertime and I have to prioritize life. You know what I'm saying? But my promise is I will be here every single day. And my goal when I get here is to walk as many women as I possibly can through the very real journey of losing weight while you become the best version of yourself. So, if you are a woman, like if you've never been here before, the women I like to talk to are the ones who are tired of remembering how good we felt back in the day, when everything was tight and right. And if we ready to, like, if you want to love looking in the mirror again, and you are in the right place, because I'm all about it. All right. In case you are doubtful, in case you are like I was in a season of my life and you have been around the rodeo, okay? I want you to know it's possible to lose weight without losing your peace of mind, without jumping on every crazy, wild thing they do on the internet. So I don't believe in pills, starvation, calories, points, and for real, no Ozempic, okay? So I know that it's possible to do this without any of those things. And the reason that I know is because I have done it. 5 years ago, I was 80 pounds heavier. I was like completely exhausted. The day that I had today, while it was awesome, 5 years ago would have took me out of here. Do you hear me? I would have been good and ready for bed, okay, with no energy. I was battling high blood pressure. I had severe anemia. I had ocular migraines where I would lose my peripheral vision, and then I would just have a migraine that would never quit. I had cycles that left me like unable to walk, and that is not an exaggeration. In this season of my life, I tried everything that I knew and nothing worked. Some things would work temporarily, or I would get a few results, but nothing that would stick. And this was for 15 years. And so, in that season of the 15 years, I wondered, like, Miss Joyce, I wondered if I was ever going to get my confidence back, if I was ever going to get my body back, if I was ever going to get my life back, if I was ever going to feel like me again. And I'm telling you, it was nothing short of the grace of God, a whole lot of prayer, working on my mindset, getting some accountability in my life, and learning how to redesign my life differently. I found my way back to me. And so now I get the opportunity to help busy women every day lose weight for good without doing all this wild and crazy stuff that you see on the internet. So if it sounds like what you need in your life, make sure you hit like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and share this with somebody you know that needs to know it ain't too late, baby. It's not too late to become the best version of yourself. Hey, Alicia. So listen, this is what I want to talk about. Some of us have been on this journey for a while, and I know because I've been there. It was 15 years that I had the goal of losing 50 pounds. Okay, and so I could talk your ear off for hours. I will not. Just giving you reasons why hey, Miss Annette, giving you reasons why I kept procrastinating, kept putting off losing weight. I would say I'm too busy. I got so much going on. I'm too tired. I got so much going on. I got these kids. I got this job. I got this man. I got this church. I got all this stuff to do, right? And I'm gonna start though. I'm gonna start after the 4th of July. Okay, then the 4th of July will come. I'm gonna start on what's the next time? After Labor Day, right? I'm gonna start in the spring. I'm gonna start in the winter. I'm gonna start in the fall. Oops, I'm gonna start after Thanksgiving. Now I'm gonna start in the new year. I was always procrastinating and putting it off. So I was thinking about this today when I was kind of hanging out with my kids. I was like, why? What was the reason behind it? And I think that if you were to ask like somebody who was in psychology, they would say maybe that you had a fear of failing. Um, I want to say to you that I don't believe that though. I think that you know the greater can like you can have better. I think you are fully aware, and there's even if it's just a small inkling in your heart that believes that it's possible for you. I don't believe that's the real reason why we keep putting it off. I believe the real reason that we put it off is because we have a tendency to believe that we have more time than we really do. So when I would tell myself, when things slow down, I'm going to get focused, I'm going to be on track, right? When my schedule clear up, when these kids go back to school, or when these kids get out of school, or when it's summertime, it was always some day in the future that I was going to focus on this thing. Here's the real deal, Holyfield. Time never just shows up. Life never, ever, ever, okay, except for the pandemic we experienced, okay, never just says, you know what? Let me just pause everything so that you can do the thing that you need to do. All right. But here's the thing, even if time did just, our schedules just suddenly got clear, another mistake that a lot of us make is that we think that we're going to show up perfectly when we get the time. Like we think we're going to magically be a different person on Monday. Like we're going to just be a completely different, perfectly executing person after the holidays. We think the new year is going to just turn us into a different person. So I'm just telling you that, like, you got to figure out how to do it with time not waiting for you. Okay. So I think you think that you have more time than you actually do. But here's what I learned. Okay. When I finally got the help I needed, when I finally got a coach who showed me what to do, I really started experiencing my transformation. Do you know what my first thought was? My first thought, and the thing that I said to her is, I wish I had known this years ago. I wish I had known years ago that it was this simple. I wish I had known. But you know what? The truth is, I could have known it years ago. I could. 3 years before I actually began my transformation, my coach tried to help me. All right. And there were many more opportunities before 2017 for me to get this thing together. So the truth is, I could have known it years ago. I just never started. And so when I think about it, there's so much wasted time that you will never get back. I often tell a story. I have a daughter, a teenage daughter. Hey, Rochelle. I think that was, oh, that's Miss Annette saying, hey, Rochelle. I got a teenage daughter. Y'all, them teenage years happen quickly. Me and my daughter are navigating what our relationship looks like now in these teen years, right? Because I want to know you're going to forever be my baby. Forever, you will be my baby. All right. So I just have to figure out, like, what does this look like now that you got a little independence on yourself, right? But what I'm telling you is the years that I spent in the bed, so tired that I could not get up and come out into my house and spend time with my husband or my children because I was so exhausted in the bed, I cannot ever get that time back. Now, do I take naps periodically? Yes, but it's not the same. Like I come home and I'm so exhausted that I cannot do anything but shower and get in the bed. So this is what I want you to, like. If you don't get anything else from what I'm saying today, because I'm not going to be on here long, you got to start now. You got to start now because you don't get time back. We don't get time back. All right. So all these years and months thinking one day add up to years that you are never going to get back. There was 15 years of my life that I spent feeling terrible that I will never get back. That I spent needing naps, laying in the bed because I cannot function any other way because it is painful living in my body. 15 years that I will never get back. I will never get those years back. Guess how my baby is? My baby is 14. Okay. So this was about 10 years. She was about 10 at the time. Okay. But I'll never get those years back. You are never going to get the time back. All right. So the word says in Ephesians 5, it says, make the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. So you got to make the most of every single day because we don't get no more. We don't get any more time. All right. So while you're saying I'm gonna start, like, this is one that gets me. I used to do it, so this is why I can step on toes. Okay. I feel like I have earned the right to step on toes and say, I'm not coming for you, but I'm coming for you. Here's what happens when you start real solid on Monday, because a lot of us are great at that. And we semi-solid on Tuesday. But by Wednesday, our solidarity has died. All right. And then we say, you know what? I mean, I already blew it. Listen, I got this thing on Friday, and then it's gonna be the weekend. They got the thing at the church. I'm for real. Monday, I'ma act right. Or you know what? I was doing well. Okay, now here come the holidays. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna celebrate the 4th of July, and then I'm gonna act right, and I'm gonna act right for the whole month of July, and I'm gonna lose. We give ourselves some astronomical number that we're gonna lose that we never do. And I'm just telling you, it's wasting time. Do you not know that when you start on Monday, semi-solid on Tuesday, you have your Wednesday hiccup, that if you stay the course for the remainder of the week, you could be down 5 pounds by Monday. You could be then lost 5 pounds by Monday. But we just scrap whatever week is left because it wasn't perfect. It wasn't how we thought it should have went. We made a mistake and we give ourselves no grace for the mistake that we made. All right. So the first thing I need you to know, this is the reason why you got to start now, because you don't get time back. The next thing is people are watching you. All right. People, when you get your transformation, I know the thing that makes us get started is us, because we're thinking about how we're going to look and how we're going to feel in our body. And that's great. All right. But the transformation just is not just for you. Somebody in your house won't even start until you start. Somebody in your family won't even start until you start. Somebody at your church will not start until they see you do it. Somebody in your life will not start until they see you do it. And when people see you, when people saw me, the least likely candidate, you know what they said? Baby, if Tanisha could do it, I know I can. You know why they could say that with their chest? Because they saw me eat the Oreos. They saw me go bananas for ice cream. They saw me at the Japanese buffet. They saw me waddling myself around. They saw me go to Chick-fil-A every day. They saw me drink coffee every day. And they ain't doing half as bad. They not doing half as bad. So they said, look, if she could do it, baby, I know I can. So while you waiting to start Monday and next week and next month and next year, which turns to January, I mean, we started with great intentions on January 1. Here we are halfway through the year. All right. And somehow we think we're going to celebrate the holidays, and I'm going to get right back on it as if on Monday, you're going to just be a whole different person. So I'm just telling you, people are watching you. And what you do today can change your entire family line. There are some things that I grew up doing that my children never have to unlearn. My children think they missing out, but they don't know what a bologna sandwich is. They don't know what ramen noodles are. They don't know what really, not to say they ain't never had McDonald's, but in their friend group, they're the ones that don't eat McDonald's. All right. They don't have to unlearn those things. I had to unlearn. I remember my 20s. I was talking to a friend one day laughing, saying, when I was in my 20s, my money was tight. Baby, that little dollar menu at McDonald's, I was like, baby, I didn't hit a lick with a snake. I get the big old sweet tea with the mint chicken, extra pickles, okay, and a fry for $3.27. I'm winning. Okay. I don't believe my children will ever do. They're not accustomed to eating that way. And you know what happens when they do? Their little tummy start hurting. They don't feel good because they're not used to it. So I'm just telling you, you can change your entire family line, and your family line can't wait till next week, next month, next quarter, next year. All right. The third thing is living in a body that does not feel well is misery. Living in a body that does not feel its best is misery. Is misery, y'all. We get so used to the pain, the exhaustion, the frustration, it starts to feel normal. I can remember when I would have debilitating menstrual cycles, and that felt like this is just my lot. This is what it is. Because all the women in my family have difficult cycles and have fibroids and reproductive issues. So it's just what comes with being a woman. And mine is tougher. When I would hear friends that would say they don't have these problems, I'd be like, "Ooh, what that must be like." Whole time could have had it, but I was eating what I wanted to eat. All right. So I'm just telling you, like, when you don't feel well in the course of the day, having headaches, things hurting in your body, having to take blood pressure medication, not being able to sleep well. I did not sleep through the night. I did not sleep through the night. Y'all, I did not sleep through the night, and I thought I was a great mother. I thought I wasn't sleeping through the night because I was such a mama bear. So I would wake up in the middle of the night, walk around my house and check on my children, pray over them and kiss them, and then go lay back in the bed and try to fall asleep. That's not normal. That's misery. It literally, if you don't get quality sleep, it affects your weight loss and how you perform the very next day. All right. And so I just want you to know, like, you don't have to be miserable. God don't want you to be miserable. God don't want you to be miserable. All right. So don't wait until I don't want you to wait another year, another month, another week until you start making the decision that you're going to do something different. And sometimes we think the fact that we are not as bad as other people, that we are surviving, that we're getting by, that's actually okay. It reminds me though of the Israelites when they got so complacent in slavery that when they got free, they complained about it. All right. So just because you've gotten used to the way you feel, the uncomfortable way you feel, does not mean you are supposed to stay there. God's best is not barely making, not dragging yourself through the day, through the month, and through the week. That's not God's desire. So do not let another week, another month, another year pass you by because you think you have more time. You think you have more time. You think you have more time. I promise you, I ain't got no special like weight loss gifts. Okay. I promise you, I don't. I don't. I now know what it takes to make it happen. And that's why I can say so confidently that the same thing that was possible for me is possible for you. I promise I ain't got no more willpower, endurance. Okay. I've only gotten in position where I have been able to heal my body and been able to see that I never want to go back to Egypt. I never want to go back to where I was. I never. So when everybody else is having things, I don't feel like I'm missing out. I don't feel like I'm missing out because I know that this is the road back to where I came from, and I have no intention of ever returning there again. I have no intention. I have every intention to get into the land of milk and honey. I have every intention. I ain't there yet, but have every intention. Okay. And so I'm just telling you, like, don't I want to say this last thing before I kind of wrap. I remember going through my journey. So to back up, like in the beginning of my journey, the person who ended up being my coach, Rochelle T. Parks, Rochelle was I knew her from a community for many years before she decided to help me. Okay, and she was always the person in the community who was always exercising, always working out, always like the healthy person. That's just how I knew her. So I remember at some point in the journey, Rochelle would work out every day on she was so committed. She don't do it no more, but she would work out every single day on Facebook. She would just go on Facebook and just like I'm live on here, she would do it on Facebook. And the lady would be on there doing burpees and push-ups and planks and pull-ups and bicep curls and just all the things, okay? She still do it, but she was giving us the whole situation. And I would just sit there on my phone and watch this lady, and I would say, my God, this lady is strong. Look, baby, look how she, my. Not one time did I say, let me give one of these burpees a shot. Let me do one of them pull-ups. Never did. Just watched her. And so when I reached out to her and we teamed up and we started working together on my transformation, she told me, she said, listen, I'm no unicorn, is what she told me. And she said, there's nothing that I have that you don't have. Like, that's not possible for you. And I was like, okay, yeah, girl. Okay, okay. All right. And so I go on and we get this amazing testimony, and things start happening relatively quickly. I lost 20 pounds in my first month of working with Rochelle. At some point, I'm launching, I'm going to do a training, a 5-day training, where I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did. Okay. And so as I started to go through my transformation, what I noticed is people around me would start to talk to me the way that I used to talk to Rochelle. Oh, girl, you a good one. I'm telling you, so you work out every day. Girl, so you telling me you eat vegetables every, oh, couldn't be me, girl. Oh my God. So you just drink water? This you just drinking water? You drink, oh my God, you drink how many ounces? Oh, girl, couldn't be me. You go to bed at what time you wake up? Oh, girl, couldn't be me. And Ron told me then, she said, see, I told you. She said, people are now going to start to look at you like you are a unicorn. And I'm like, me? The Moses of the batch? The one who gets, I would get crippled by Oreo, okay? A Oreo display situation would stop me dead in my tracks, okay? Because I need to see what's the new flavors. Me? A unicorn? So I'm telling you, there is nothing that I have done that you are not capable of doing. Nothing. All right. Now, do we need, I'm telling you, you got to do the same thing though. It's this mindset. The way you think has to change. Some of us for getting our word, that has to change. Giving too many yeses, that has to change. But it's possible. And so I'm just trying to tell you, start now. Like, you can change everything for you and the people who need to see you do it. I know you can't see it. I know you don't believe it. I know you do not, but when you do it, you're going to spark something in them that's going to say, wow, I can't believe. And the longer I do it, my friends and family like, man, I think she, I think she really different. I think she really has changed. She's not the same. So I'm just telling you, the same is possible for you. So I don't want you to waste another year. I really believe we are in a season where God is like not gonna keep playing with us. Okay. So I thank him. I thank him for the grace that was given to me. And you should too. You should thank him for the years of grace that you have been given, where you have given your body things that you know you shouldn't have eaten. There was never a Chick-fil-A order that I thought I knew when I was getting it, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Okay, this is not the way I'm supposed to be living. And then I would say, but at least I ain't at Burger King. At least I ain't get a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. It's chicken. All right. So I'm just saying, no more waiting. No more waiting. So listen, if you're not already, I need you to be in my free community. Go to the link in my bio or the link in my description and get yourself in a free community. I'm working on a 5-day training that I will be announcing soon. It's going to take me a few weeks to pull it together. So just give me time. I am working, I promise. Okay. And so I want you to be in there. I want you to be the first to know about it when it drops. And I will be announcing it publicly soon, like to everybody soon. All right. So I absolutely love you to life. It is quickly approaching my bedtime. All right. I love you to life, and I will see you tomorrow. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing evening.